Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com, and today's topic is Tunnel of Light. So someone sent me a question, and they said, we know where to avoid the Archon Tunnel of Light after death since it leads to washing the mind and reincarnating back into the 3D. What exactly do we look for after death, the blue light or something else? I think this is a very important question. And I do get this question a lot, and I've thought about this a lot because people just want to know. It's hard to know. This is so, until we actually experience it and go through it, it's hard to get a definitive answer, but I've done my best to look at this and intuitively try to assess the situation to get the best answer that I can get for myself, and I want to share that with you. So I've always seen that when we pass away, we have some options. There's really no rule as to the options. They're very individual, and it relates to a variety of different things that that person had going on in their life. And when I look at this in my mind, it's almost like a flow chart that has really blurry lines because there's so many things that overlap and so many decisions that need to be made. Part of our choice that we have is what we want to do. Ultimately, it's what is your intent? What is it that you want? Do you want to stay? Do you want to guide and protect? Do you want to look after your loved ones? Do you feel you have something unfinished that you want to do? Some people that die in a very traumatic way, they may feel like there's something that they need to complete or see through before they feel at peace to be able to move on. So there's a lot of different things that happen when we pass away, and a lot of it depends on where you are in your head, your mind, how you feel, like what feels right for you. If you do want to move on, maybe you decide that you want to just stay and guide, not because there's trauma, not because there's a loved one that you feel tethered to, but maybe you want to connect with Source and work through Source, or allow Source to work through you. Maybe that's how you feel that you want to serve, by helping others find their way to work in their greater good. So you may choose to have a relationship with Source and have that type of interaction and stay in spirit while you do that. You might want to work on your ascension process as much as you can in spirit versus the 3D, and just hang out in spirit for a while. So that's also a choice that you have. If you do think that you want to reincarnate into a physical being, then it comes down to where are you at vibration wise. If your vibration is low, you really only have the option to go back into the 3D, because your physical system is not going to be able to handle anything greater than that for any length of time. It would be really difficult to escape the wiping going back into 3D, because your level of ascension, where you're at, just makes it really challenging to have that ability to expand your thought and bypass any part of the tunnel with its memory right, because they will lure you in. When you are there, it's hard unless you are very sure in your mind of what you want to do. They are master manipulators, so that does feel like a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. People that have a higher vibration, either through ascension, self-development, higher self-actualization, maybe they've had a huge expansion of life through experience, they're going to have the most choices. They can choose to incarnate in 4D, and that looks to avoid the Archon Tunnel completely. Or possibly they want to come back in the 3D because they want to physically be here to guide, protect, learn, experience something that can't be done elsewhere. So maybe they want to serve Source, but they want to be in the 3D while they do it. These are all choices that you have when you're in spirit. And in this case, to avoid the wiping, I heard them make some kind of a really shrill noise or this vibration, and it was so high and of this tone that it gave me the impression of how a dog would react to a dog whistle. It was some kind of sound like that. But by making that sound as you go through this tunnel, it looks to shield from anything that they want to do to you, and it's a defense against the Archon. So that was really unusual, but it almost looked like it was intuitively done, that they knew how to do it, because their vibration is high enough, they just know. Sometimes you just know things. And I felt as though these beings going through this tunnel and being of a higher vibration, they just knew how to counteract it. So in the end, you can stay in spirit, you can move on, but should you go into the 4D, you can experience life at that elevated vibration. If you need or want to come to the 3D, mentally prepare for how to manipulate the tunnel so you have the ability to recall your memories and your residual DNA faster. And that was really all I had for this. Thank you for listening. Please like me, share me, all those great things. Helps me out so much. If everybody just shared one thing I did, gosh, it would help me so much. So I just want to put that out there. Anyway, again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thanks. Bye.